Okay, so this is water lettuce. Water lettuce is an amazing plant that just looks so natural in your tank. They have these nice fuzzy leaves while maintaining a small size. You could place these in almost any tank and they would thrive perfectly fine, just like this. If you place it in stronger light, the plants will have larger leaves just like this. But don't worry, if you have larger leaves, just pull them out and the smaller ones will continue to grow. One of the strengths of the water lettuce is also one of its weakness. What sucks about these water lettuces, sometimes the roots are so long. Let me pull one out. You see how long the strand is? What ends up happening is the roots, they actually end up blocking the light from the tank underneath. All the plants are all blocked. But what's good about this is, that means every single one of these micro strands, they actually pull a lot of nutrients out of the water, which keeps your water crystal clear and clean for the fish. Not only that, they also help block in case if you have too much light, so your tank doesn't grow too much algae. So let's go ahead and talk about how to care for these guys. Okay, so with water lettuce, as you can see, I have quite the experience. Some of these water lettuce even have some holes in them, and some of them are kind of breaking off just like this. Okay, to grow super lush clean water lettuce just like these right here. Introducing enchantedgrow.com. We carry only the highest quality of plants with a full aquatic section and terrestrial plants coming soon in the future. Customer satisfaction being our #1 priority, we have 100% live arrival or your money back. We have mastered shipping live aquatics with over 500 sales on eBay. Please don't hesitate if you guys have any questions, and go get your plants today at enchantedgrow.com. You actually need a light that's not too strong and also not too weak. If you have a light that's too strong, what's gonna end up happening is some of the leaves, they're gonna start curling up. It's just like this, and just like the ones back here. So these are closer to the window, so they get natural sunlight, which then causes the leaves to curl a little bit. But don't worry, the plant is perfectly healthy. These are just the old leaves, and from the center, let me see, yeah, right here, from the center, new leaves are gonna end up growing out. So with water lettuce, what's pretty common with them is they actually shed off their old leaves so they can make space for the new leaves. Just like this one right here, as you can see, there's a small little bulb in the center. Oh, it's covered by duckweed right there. Yeah, that bulb right there, that's gonna end up growing new leaves. The old leaves, like this one down here, is still in growing holes because this one's gonna get shed off. Also, if you found a lot of your leaves have a lot of holes and they aren't getting shed off, this probably means you're not getting enough light. Water lettuce, dwarf water lettuce especially, they need not too much light, especially dwarf water lettuce. They need a strong light, but make sure it's not too strong, especially with direct sunlight, because it could start to curl the leaves up. Okay, so that's how lighting goes with these dwarf water lettuce. Let's talk about flow. So as you can see in this tank, there's very fast flow. Same with this tank right here. But what ends up happening is because the roots for these dwarf water lettuce are just so long, they don't really get bothered by them, because these roots, they end up anchoring it to some type of decoration below, just like some of the driftwood or some plants, and they kind of just stay in place, which is also nice if you're trying to grow something like redwood floaters, as it's almost like a little barrier, because redwood floaters, they do not like flow. Okay, so let's talk about nutrition. For nutrition, you don't really have to dose any type of nutrition. Usually just the tank water, if you have some fish, is fine. If you do dose nutrition, they're gonna end up sprouting a lot more, just like these. You see how there's a lot of new runners coming out. These do provide a good amount of shade to your tank, just like this one. So that's also something you want to keep in mind. So maybe monthly maintenance, you might want to pull like a handful of these out. Or maybe for your more exotic plants, just like this one, which is a, let me try to, this one, which is a pink flamingo crypt, you might want to move them out of the area so that I could get a little bit more light. As you can see, for a tank something like this, I don't have any in there because I don't want it to be blocking the sunlight for the tiger lotus. Of these plants, one of the most common problems people have is not getting the correct lighting. If you guys really have to tell, if there's holes in the plant, you guys need to get a stronger light. If a lot of the leaves are curling like this, you probably should dim it down or put it in an area where there's a little bit more shade. Going back to the issue earlier about these super duper long strands of leaves, what you can actually do is you can grab a scissor and just cut them off. These roots, they're gonna eventually grow back and it won't harm the plant at all. It might slow down the growth just slightly, but at least then you wouldn't have a humongous shade blocking the rest of the plants. But you probably have to do these trimmings maybe once every 1 to 2 weeks, because these roots do grow really fast, and if it's not controlled, sometimes they can even grow into the substrate. Okay, down over here I have a experimental tank because I wanted to show you guys what it looks like if the plants are getting enough light. So in this tank right here, you see a lot of them are yellowing, there's holes in them, they don't look like they're doing the best. It's because I haven't put a light on this one, just so I can show you guys what it looks like. So if your dwarf water lettuce looks kind of like this, it probably means that you need a stronger light. Because over here, the only light it's getting is from the subwater tank, and that's not even direct light. So yeah, if your dwarf water lettuce looks like this, get a stronger light, and that should solve the problem. Okay, coming over here. So let's give a quick example of what it looks like if it's getting too much light. So these are in my outdoor tub with the red floaters. As you can see, since these are getting like maybe like 3 hours of direct sunlight, 3 to 4 hours of direct sunlight, some of these leaves are curling just like that. So just like earlier, what I said, if they curl like this, that means you're probably getting too much light and you should probably put them in shade. So what I would probably do is grab these and put them down here instead, because these are a little bit shaded. You see this plant right here, there's actually no curled leaves, maybe just a little bit, but as you can see, it's a little bit more shaded down here, which is quite nice. So I'm probably gonna do that very soon. But even some of these are just normal water lettuce. As you can see, they're a little bit larger. Same with that one, and same with this one. I don't have too much dwarf water lettuce in here. Maybe something like, yeah, I have more dwarf water lettuce down here. So water lettuce, completely different from dwarf water lettuce. Dwarf water lettuce, they don't really like too much light. Normal water lettuce, they're fine with highlight and direct sunlight. Okay, so today we talked about the pros and cons of dwarf water lettuce, also the care requirement for them, as long as some problem solving method. So let me know what you think. Comment down below your experience. Like this video if you guys enjoyed or if it helped out. If you guys want to grab some for yourself, go to my website enchantedgrow.com, and link will also be below. I'll see you guys in the next plant species highlight video, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.